Hey, my name is Malek the Month, and today we're going to be talking about skincare, baby. Hell yeah! A lot of you have been requesting for me to do a skincare routine, and I feel like I finally fleshed out what works and what doesn't work for me, enough to give like a solid answer of what I use and what I love, etc, etc, ipso facto, Oreo, etc. I wanted to give a quick disclaimer and say that I am not an expert at skincare in the least. This has been such a tested and trial period to get to where I am now and what works for me, so please take that with a grain of salt. Not an expert. I don't know much. So to give you a little insight on what my skin is like, I have combination skin, which means I have dry patches right around here and then an oily-ish T-zone. I'm extremely acne prone, and I have hormonal acne as well. One thing that was kind of the bane of my existence for the past 5 or so months was that I experienced fungal acne, which is like the least sexiest 2 words that you can put together, but here we are. I got a lot of like tiny little irritated bumps on my forehead. I'll insert some pictures if I can find them right here. And that made me really just like wake up and be like, okay, you can't just wash your face with whatever and then put whatever moisturizer on top and hope for the best. I actually had to look at ingredients and figure out, okay, this certain ingredient triggers this in my skin, and to kind of combat all of that. When I first started this journey, I was like deep diving through YouTube and asking you guys to see if you were in a similar situation like me, or if you experienced it before and what you guys have done. And one of the major things for fungal acne was this dandruff shampoo called Nizoral. Put that right here. So there's 2 percentages out there. I used the one with the least amount because my skin is so sensitive. They recommend to use it as a mask for 5 to 10 minutes once a week. So I did that. Of course, me being impatient, I did it 5 to 10 to 15 minutes every 3 days. Don't do that. Don't be like me. My skin was so dry and so flaky. It wasn't even funny. So recommended once a week, 5 to 10 minutes on the affected area. I found that it wasn't the quickest fix. The bumps went away quicker, and the ones that did form up again were a little bit smaller, but I just found like, okay, the more I do this, it just didn't work out. So I stopped using it, even though it was such a help at the very beginning. So when I was deep diving for fungal acne solutions, I just don't love that word. I know how like everyone like hates the word moist. For me, fungal acne is my thing. Or crust. I despise the word crust. There were a bunch of websites that were amazing references, I'll link down below, that basically detailed every single or most skincare products and if it would trigger fungal acne or not. One of the major things that they said is to stay away from anything that's oil-based or even have to have oils in it. Looking back into my skincare routine, when I first started, all of my items were oil-based or they had some sort of oils in it because I was really big into like looking glowy and looking hydrated, and oils are the easiest way to look oily. Yep, that was my big oh shit moment, and I had to start my skincare from scratch. Just bin it all. And everything that I purchased, I had to look at every single ingredient to make sure that it didn't have any oils in it or any ingredients that would trigger fungal acne. So that was my major like, oh, okay, this is actually working now, because as much as I was doing the mask, I'm putting more oils on top, so that didn't help anyone. Not me. With those 2 steps in place, I did the dandruff mask, I cut out all oils in my skincare. I just thought, I was like, okay, this is a good base for the outside. Let me just like figure out my insides. I looked up what triggers fungal acne, what I can like digest, and boom, the first thing was kombucha. Who drank a liter of kombucha every day like a psychopath? I did. I had to say goodbye to one of my favorite drinks, and it sucks. So I had to make the decision. I'm like, okay, like I can do all the skincare stuff on the outside. I might as well just, you know, full send, no half sends, and cut out kombucha in my diet as well. And here we are, baby. Come up close. Feels like I'm telling you a secret. So looking at my skin, it's not perfect, but it has been a major change since when I first started. I still do get like hormonal acne here, and my scarring gets to be pretty bad. I think it's a genetic thing for me where acne, it does come and go, but the scars just like they stay, and they're with me. And I like to think they're cute freckles, to be honest with you. Those 3 steps really changed my skincare, and now like my forehead is so smooth. Oh, I look like an egg. I realized I'm much more of a sensitive baby than I thought. I can't use anything with fragrance, alcohols, a lot of stuff. So a lot of my skincare is quite affordable and very, very basic on the skin. So now we are getting on to our routine part. I'm going to show you how I take off my makeup and put my skincare on. Hi, welcome to my bathroom. The echo is probably crazy, but if that's not ASMR, I do not know what to tell you. So right now I'm going to show you how I take off my makeup and then put on my skincare. So let's do it. First step, take off the fake lashes. There have been so many times in my life where I'm so dead tired that I just wash my face with my lashes on and I just have to kiss my lashes goodbye. Second step is my micellar water. I find that when I do more pigmented eyeshadow looks, I'm using like a lot of liquid liner, a lot of gel liner, a lot of like color products. It is quite hard for my just general makeup cleanser to take it all off. So I like to go in with a little bit of a Bioderma and then just a towel. What I do is I just pat it all over my eyes, just like to fully saturate my eye, and then I just wipe. So once most or all of the eye makeup is off, I go ahead and take off the rest of my just face with the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. This guy is super sensitive on the skin. I've used this for probably on and off 3 years now, and it hasn't broken me out. Hasn't done anything. It is quite a gentle cleanser, I will say, so it won't take off like waterproof mascara or anything like that, but I find that it just doesn't leave a tightness on the skin after, and it doesn't strip anything that I got going on, but it will take off my makeup. So 2 pumps of that, 2 shots of vodka. God. Jeez, sorry. For toning, I go in with the Glossier Solution Exfoliating Skin Perfector. This has 10% AHA, BHA, PHA, salicylic acid, and it is marketed as an acne treatment. This guy has saved my skin. This really smoothed out my skin texture, and I find that it really helps me with any like breakouts. The breakouts will still exist, but they're not as painful, red, or irritated. This guy I use once a day, and I usually use it at nighttime. Next up, I go in with the Tower 28. I swear to God, if my neighbors upstairs have a bowling alley, I'm gonna be so upset that they didn't invite me. Include me. Next up, I go ahead with the Tower 28 Daily Rescue Facial Spray. This guy just, I don't know exactly what's in it, but it just calms any redness that I have, and if I feel like a little bit like dull or sluggish in the skin, this just perks it right up, and I find that it's an amazing base for my moisturizer. I was talking to the owner of Tower 28 Beauty, Amy. She's a fucking peach, and she told me that you can even spray this facial spray in your throat if you're ever like getting like a scratchy or sore throat. It's wild. It's so good. I highly recommend checking them out. This is not sponsored. I'm just a huge fan. All of their makeup and skincare products are geared for people with extremely sensitive skin, so it is fantastic. Another pro tip she told me is to let the facial spray dry completely before putting your moisturizer on, so everything is all sunken into the skin. Last step I have for my daily skincare routine is the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. I think I've talked about this a couple times. It is the most basic moisturizer. Not much to it, but it does the trick. It really just softens up my skin, and I find that I don't get too slick, so it's perfect for makeup application, and it's, yeah, no, it's fantastic. I've used it probably close to a year now. The tub is huge for what you get. Usually it's like a half a pump for your whole face and your neck. Last step is lips. I go ahead with the Milk Makeup Kush Lip Balm in Green Dragon. This guy doesn't have any fragrance to it, and it is perfect for daily use. For eye cream, I used to use the Ole Henriksen, the Banana Bright Eye Cream. I found that it was good, and it didn't break me out or do anything funky to my skin, but I didn't find that there was a huge difference. I've started using the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. All of you know I have a giant cat, Latte, that likes to shed everywhere, so the concept of a sleeping mask to me is terrifying because, you know, you know that feeling when you have hair and then you get hair stuck in lip gloss? It's gonna be like that if I sleep with a sleeping mask with a fat cat. My whole face is gonna be lip gloss. Just like that. I know. Don't I look good, Latte? Thank you. I know. That's it. That's my skincare routine. It is quite basic, very, very simple, but it has done me wonders for my skin. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and if you want me to film something else in the future, let a girl know. I have a couple ideas brewing. I'm pretty sure, I'm getting deja vu, I've said this before, I have a couple ideas brewing in my head. I want to do a bunch of things. I have a couple ideas that I'm really excited for. Again, quarantine is kicking me in the butt. I've been having lulls of motivation. I've said this in the past where it's like, oh, I'm at home. I should probably be productive and do a bunch of things. But I think the thought of me like needing to do something at all times to remain quote unquote productive has really like burned me out. So just getting back into the swing of things. I film videos when I want to film them and they make me really happy. So if you guys want to see anything else, please let me know. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!